I've been sitting here now for 5-10 minutes trying to find a word, a phrase to sum up what I'm watching here tonight. Now, again, I'm not watching anymore. You're down 8-0 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Honestly, I kind of checked out at 4-0 because knowing how bad this Jays offense is, I could care less. They're not scoring against Corbin Burns, and to this point, they still haven't. And for all the Oriole fans, as I've mentioned in previous videos, I appreciate all the love and support you guys have shown my page all over this time. And if you guys haven't seen my other videos, I've said that 12,000 subscribers is my goal by the end of the end of the Jays season. Okay, not regular season. Because there ain't no playoffs for this team. So if you want to help out, hit the subscribe button. If you don't, you want to just view it and all that stuff, that's totally fine as well. But I appreciate all the love and support you guys have shown me because it gets me through this freaking misery that I'm watching. And the crazy thing about this, and I think Oriole fans can attest to this because I've read a lot of the comments, seen how you guys have been through the dumps all these years. The difference between those Oriole seasons and what I'm witnessing right now from the Blue Jays is they are trying to win, but they are just awful. They have one of the top 10 payrolls in all of baseball. Their cleanup hitter is a guy who had a minor league deal going into the season. What are we doing? And at least those 100-loss Orioles seasons, you were getting an Adley Rutschman, you were getting a Gunnar Henderson, getting a Jackson Holiday, and you were able to watch these guys grow through the minor leagues, as Jays fans did with Vladimir Guerrero Jr. in 2018 when it was a miserable season, but you had those guys in the minor leagues that you were keeping close eye on. The Jays need to get back to that stage because this team is no good. They're flat out no good. And as of right now, in the bottom of the 7th inning, the Jays are getting outscored 15-2 in this series. We talked about it going into this series, right? The Jays won 5 of 6, but they swept the White Sox and won 2 of 3 against the freaking Pirates. Who cares, right? And I said it after the White Sox series. That is sure, they swept the White Sox. That is the most uneventful, uninspiring sweep that I've ever felt. And winning a series against the Pirates, it didn't feel good enough. You know why? Because this team's not good enough. And we were waiting to see, okay, now you're playing a competent team. A really good team in the Baltimore Orioles. As I said yesterday, one of the better teams in the American League. Arguably one of the best teams in the American League. Let's see how you fare. And through the first, what are we now? 8-1. Oh, who hit a home run? Oh, Springer, whoop-de-freaking-do. Whatever, man. And I was waiting to see, okay, now you're playing a really good team. How is your team going to react? Well, they just haven't. You've gotten your ass kicked in the first 2 games of this series. And do you trust Kikuchi in the finale? Obviously not. And I trust Berrios enough tomorrow, but I don't trust the offense at all. You're getting outscored 15-3 in the series. It's no good. And there's this part of me that's like, okay, Baltimore, beat the living crap out of us so it can show upper management, holy crap, we're not good. We're not as good as these teams who are actually going to make the playoffs. We need to make something happen. Because what happened when John Schneider got hired with the Toronto Blue Jays? Well, Charlie Montoyo had that awful road trip in Seattle. It was abysmal. And he got fired. I don't want to say I would love to see because I can't cheer. I've never been a guy to cheer for my team to lose. It's never an ounce in my body that I can actually do that. But for the future and the benefit of the organization and the future of this franchise, maybe the Orioles need to beat the crap out of the Jays the next 2 games. And outscore them 30-5 or some stupid number like that. And get swept in 4 games and be right back to your season low 6 games under 500 just like that. Maybe this team and this organization needs that. I don't know if it's just overreactionary right now, but I watched Bowden Francis go out there today and throw a hanging 72-mile-an-hour breaking ball to Ryan freaking Mountcastle. Like, are we a serious ball club? Because it doesn't seem like it. And as I mentioned earlier, Daniel Vogelback is hitting cleanup. We're not a serious team. It's just not possible. And I know I like to kind of help the Oriole fans out a little bit, get them a little fired up because, for one, you guys have helped my page. Like, I'll be as candid as possible. Last year was a awful year to watch. It was really bad. But that one series, I can't remember which one it was. It was was it in July? Anyways, we played the Orioles, and my videos went bananas. I think it's when the Orioles swept the Jays at Rogers Center, 1-3 or 4, something like that. And you guys blew up my page, and I'm like, holy crap, what's going on here? And ever since then, the rest of that season and the start of this year, it's been crazy with views, and I can't thank you guys enough for that. And God, in every sport that I watch, Raptors, Leafs, Blue Jays, I hate teams in the division. Look at hockey. Hate the Bruins. Hate the Panthers. Lightning. Canadians. Senators. No, thank you. Baseball. Red Sox. Yankees. Rays. Ugh. Look at basketball. I mean, divisions don't mean shit anymore. But you know what? The Boston Celtics are in the Raptors division. I hate them with a passion. And if you look at baseball, I'm like, I can't really hate the Orioles. Now, that's not me saying something to kiss ass. But I'm just saying, I legit can't hate them. They've been through the misery. They're a great-looking young team. And they're fun to watch. And I'm a pure baseball fan. I've played baseball since I was a little kid. So I appreciate baseball. Like that call earlier in the game today where, it was the interference on, I think it was James McCann. And I'm like, okay. I'm trying to find, look kind of ugly. I didn't agree with the call, honestly, because I'm like, he didn't step out of the batter's box. He leaned in maybe a tad bit, but if Jansen actually throws the ball through, I guess that doesn't get called. Very weird one. But regardless of that, I appreciate Oriole fans for all the love and support. But as for us Blue Jay fans, whoever's here, I don't know who's a Jays fan and who's an Oriole fan at this point, but I appreciate you all, both, anybody who's watching. It's miserable. And watching a team try to win and try to have a good payroll, and for them to trip over their own feet every single night and get their ass kicked every single night against a team that's half decent, yeah, it's no fun. And I will end it off with this. I can't remember. Well, I guess 2018, 2019, at least you had Bo and Vlad come up, and they were entertaining to watch. You wanted to see the young guys come up. And in 2018, it was like, I'm not going to spend my hard-earned money to go watch a team get their teeth kicked in. And at least in 18, you knew they were going to be a bad team, so you were ready for it. But right now, they're trying to win, but they're just awful. So I've gotten to a point where I don't really even want to spend my money to go to the ballpark anymore. And I hate saying that. But what am I going to go there and watch? The ticket prices I usually see in the 100 level just because, that's just kind of what I've done. Do I want to spend over $100 to go watch them get their ass kicked? And then pay an extra $100 for beers just to help me get through the game? Not really. So that's that. All right. Game 3 tomorrow. Let's see how this one goes. It's an 8-1, top of the 8th, 1 out. Who do we got on the mound tomorrow? Jose Berrios, like we said, and completely missed that one. Albert Suarez is on the mound for the Orioles. He's pitched 34 innings. He's in the area of a $153. This is going to go great, isn't it? All right, so you know what, guys? That's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and not the game, because it sucked, hit that like button. Do appreciate it. The subscribe button, you guys not already. Comment down below thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game for the Toronto Blue Jays? Twitter, Discord, Instagram, and of course, TikTok is down below. So follow up there if you haven't done so already. And I will talk to you guys. God, I'll be here at least. Tomorrow night, Jays edition, Game 3 of this stupid 4-game set against the Orioles at 7:07. Berrios Suarez is the pitching matchup there. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and not the game. If you're a Jays fan, but you're an Oriole fan and loved it, we'll talk to you guys then.